had forgotten, because many of the most important aspects of their memory was erased by violence, by time, you know, and that so 2012 is a good deadline to have ahead of us, to know we have to hurry to do certain things in our lifetime. But I personally don't think that we might experience very big changes, more changes that we're living every day now. So we are already in that wavelength of time, and we're experiencing, and the spirits are just going to speed up more and more and more and more as we see it's happening. And it's just that there's going to be a moment that we'll have to stop and reflect and say, hey, you know, are we really going to change important things to define and to create our destiny? Or we're just going to be thrown into a tunnel, you know, going faster and faster and faster without knowing what's at the end, or we're just going to end in the void, you know? So I think deadlines are important for us to focalize and to define our vision, our action, our mission. But if nothing important happens in 2012, it's happening now, right here, and it's going to happen afterwards, and it's happened between now and then. So that's my personal way of seeing it, you know.
Well, having said that, do you think that you will go to a special place on winter solstice 2012?
Definitely, yes. And I think probably that place would be Palenque. And that's something to do with something that when I was about 7, 8 years old, when I didn't have a notion of time, history, cycles, or anything, one day I was in the forest, you know, and I was walking with my father on the jungle, you know, and I used to go with him to draw the glyphs. He'd teach me, you know, the meaning of the glyphs by drawing on them or putting paper and with carbon copying them, you know. So at a certain moment, I don't know what caught me, you know. I said, Dad, do you think the world is going to come to an end one day? He said, this is in the 50s, Cold War. He said, well, situation in the world is not too good, my son, you know. We have two powers that are all the time trying to destroy each other, and if one day they don't stop, we might all get destroyed, you know. So he basically gave me the first lesson on the possibility of humankind to disappear. So I listened to that, quiet, you know. And I said, if that's going to happen, I want to be here. And now, when I go to Palenque, you know, and every time I go and sit down at the grave of my father, you know. That's what happened with him, you know. I don't know if he ever thought that. He maybe thought about that. I know for sure he never wanted a pyramid for him. In fact, I know one time he told me, I want my ashes to be thrown. I'm sorry, I got emotional.
Thank you very much. From my heart to yours. Thank you, Alberto.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Respect.
Thank you.
But I like to be optimistic, you know. If I go there in 2012, I go there to celebrate. I want to go with my friends, and I want to bring my drums, and I want to bring my children, my grandchildren, maybe my great-grandchildren by then. I had a big celebration, like I had the first time I came back to Palenque after my father died. That was the first time I took my children to visit Palenque and to visit the tomb of their grandfather. And it was a celebration. I was with all my tribe, with all the colors and with all the rainbow. And we had a fest, you know. And in that moment we were having that fest, the wife of the governor of the state of Chiapas arrived and said, "Who's this guy doing a fest here?" He said, "It's the son of the archaeologist who discovered the tomb of Pacá." I said, "Well, I want him to be tonight our dinner table with all his family because I want to offer a fest, a big dinner for all of them." And we ended up continue celebrating that moment, you know. So that's the way I see it, you know. I want to see that if the world comes to an end, it's got to be for us also a big celebration. And I don't want to expect that moment in fear or in tears. And if I'm crying now, it's from emotion, but not from fear. I'm ready to take off any moment.
Thank you very much.